Hi, I'm Laura, and I think I might have done too much internet. Now, I enjoy the internet, and I don't want to be one of those people who's like, the internet is a demon who's ruining our generation or something, because it's not true. I mean, the internet is a beautiful place for communication, for art and creativity. It's just that I think there's kind of a limit to how much I should be allowed to be on the internet. Over the course of this weekend, I have only been online. It's not necessarily true, you know, I've had some performances for the play I'm in, but those were about 2 hours per day, and I watered plants, which was an hour at most. I sort of cleaned my room, but not actually all that much. But other than those few things, I have spent my entire weekend and snow days on the internet. And I was cooking a pot of rice just literally 15 minutes ago, and I was waiting for it to boil, and I kept checking my phone to see if my Avengers Academy thing had been finished, but more on that game some other time because that's a whole thing. And I was constantly refreshing Tumblr to see if anything was new, and at some point I kind of just thought to myself, whoa, like is there nothing else for me to do other than go on Tumblr and play this stupid game? I did the inevitable, which is pulled a Dennis on fire and just kind of laid on the floor of my kitchen for a little bit while my rice was cooking. And I was just like, what am I doing right now? You know, and for a second I almost turned into that paranoid, you know, older generation person who's like, you've become addicted, you've become trapped by your own luxuries or something, you know, Brave New World-esque. And I was like, oh my god, what if I'm like addicted to the internet now and I can't survive without it? And then I was like, slow your roll, okay? Slow your roll. I think what's really happened is that I have not moderated myself very well. I'm currently in a philosophy class, and that one of the important things in philosophy, virtue that you're supposed to have, is temperance. And it's sort of the idea of being able to control your own appetites, you know, be that for food or alcohol or sex or any sort of enjoyable thing. And I think I've reached my saturation point. What I'm trying to say is know your limits. There's a point when it's like, have I run out of things to do on the internet? And when you reach that point where, you know, your news feed is done and you've watched all the channels you're subscribed to, don't go looking for more ways to distract yourself from the real world. Because, you know, distracting yourself from the real world is an important thing, especially for introverts like myself. But we need to, you know, not get too used to it as a coping mechanism. And I know that's, you know, easier said than done, right? But I realized that I know myself well enough to know that spending all day on my phone is not healthy for me. It's not good for me emotionally. So, and I'm not gonna stop going on the internet anytime soon because I'm obsessed with it, and I'm hoping to make a career with, you know, film and stuff, which is why I love YouTube so much. But I think that I am turning over a new leaf. It's late into a new year, it's February, so I guess it's like a belated New Year's resolution, because I am a senior in high school and I'm soon to be an adult for all intents and purposes, so I need to be able to control myself. I guess just as additional motivation for myself is that if I spend a lot of time on the internet and it ends up, you know, not being good for me, it'll mean my parents are right. And I think that's motivation enough for someone to take charge in their life. So yeah, I think I just sort of had this thought and felt like sharing it with you all. And, you know, I think just to remind all 13 of my subscribers, to take stock of where you are. And you don't have to make a big change. You don't have to say, I can never go on the internet. You don't even have to say, I can only go on the internet for this amount of time per day. It's just being aware. And now my sister's calling me because it's probably dinner time. So I gotta go. This has been Java Girl 98, and thanks for watching.